Hello, 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 everybody. This is the tier championships of the C tier, and I'm joined by.
Derpa.
That's your cue. All right, there we are. So this is a tier championship between the winners of the various C divisions for this season, the 71st season. Kojii won his C2 division with a score of 20 and 10, just clinching out Earl at 19 and 11, and Agoo with a dominant performance of 21 and 3. They're currently in the very final match of the tier championships, which is a best of 7, or rather a first to 3.5 points. So let's see what we have here. Have you had a chance to look at the kingdom?
Just starting to look.
So I'm seeing
You've obviously got
mining
Spice
village.
Merchant for Chapel that for trashing, though it also competes with Treasurer. But I think you probably still start with a Spice Merchant
I
just to
would
get going quicker.
imagine so. So there's one village, the mining village. There's draw with
Koji
magnet
has a 2/5.
sheepdog. Yeah, which is
So
interesting.
Koji
Whether
might want the Treasurer.
yeah, treasure is a powerful card often. Um, rest of the board has plus
And
buy and
Fishmonger, we do have
yeah.
Way of the Seal, which doesn't change Fishmonger too much. You can top deck instead of
Hmm.
get the buy, which might be useful early actually.
Yeah,
That's probably why what it is going for. You can top deck your turn 3 buy, for instance, or
that's true. There's also Tiara, but of course, Fishmonger, you're guaranteed to be able to play it on turn 3. Um, so,
yes. And plus, I imagine you probably want to use your 4 on a Spice Merchant
mm,
or a Treasurer if you've got 5.
yeah. Yeah, the good thing about Fishmonger is, I guess you can still collide. No, you can't actually collide Treasurer and Fishmonger. If you go open double terminal, you're guaranteed to be able to play Fishmonger on turn 3 or
Yeah,
4 without having it.
Fishmonger's good that way. Yeah, so here they top deck. No, they didn't play it that way. See, that's where there was no advantage there, was there, to playing it for the buy? If they'd sealed it, they could have top decked the artificer.
Um, that was turn 3.
And 3 for a goo. I think they should
Oh,
have sealed it,
yeah,
and then they would
okay.
have top decked the artificer, and they could have had a 5 cost again on top here.
Hmm. Yeah. Also haven't touched on Artificer Sheepdog synergy yet, which is quite powerful. And there's also Colony and
Yes,
Platinum's Kingdom.
that's probably your primary draw, isn't it?
Yeah.
And payload to some extent as well. You can keep gaining sheepdogs with the artificer.
Mm. There's also no estate trashing, but I guess that's fine given the amount of draw
Yes.
we've got here. And also, you don't want discard fodder for your Artificer anyway, so won't get in the way that much.
Yeah.
Um,
So in some ways, you'd rather have the estate trashing and have treasures left because you've got Magnate as your other draw. Not that
hmm.
I'm not sure if we'll see a Magnate, to be honest, given
I think the rest of the draw is powerful
certainly I
enough.
think the sheepdogs will be first. Sheepdog's always an interesting one because
Hmm.
getting the balance right, if you have too many sheepdogs, they just kind of clog up. Having a village helps, it means you're not entirely reliant on the reaction.
Yeah, that's true. But any Artificer basically kicks it off. I guess, yeah, you still need to discard at least 2 cards. And you'd rather, of course, discard
Yeah.
3 or more. Like, discarding 3 with Artificer with a Sheepdog in hand, you can top deck the Sheepdog, play the Sheepdog, and then immediately draw and play
Yeah,
the,
it
the second
means you
Sheepdog
draw
you've
both
just gained.
sheepdogs.
So probably want like probably consider just pouncing on the Sheepdogs here. Just like get as much of
Yeah,
those as possible.
artificers and sheepdogs, I think,
Yeah.
are the priority. Maybe a mining village or tiara if you hit
Hmm.
4,
Yeah.
but you might just even take sheep. sheepdog.
Yeah, I think I want to take sheepdogs on 4, just to try to win the split,
Agoo
because I
did
think
take
it's
them
pretty
already.
important to get like hopefully more than 5, and that means
Yeah.
also your opponent has fewer. So given it's a main
Yeah.
draw, you can kind of constrict your opponent that way. And here we,
Koji's done the seal thing now.
yeah,
What did they
and
top deck? Was it a sheepdog?
oh, interesting. You can actually react with sheepdog first and then top deck it, because you first buy it and then afterwards you gain it, right? To like sort of mill 2 cards to like get to your other cards quicker. Yeah, here we see the
Sorry,
synergy
say
in
that again.
action. If you have a Way of the Seal card in play and you top deck something, you can respond with Sheepdog with drawing first and then top deck a thing you actually want on top. So
Okay.
there, Kojii decided
Yeah.
to draw 2 cards into a hand that didn't have any buys remaining, just to get to the end of the shuffle quicker.
Yeah, yeah. Just a cycle and then top
Mhm.
decked their sheepdog. Yep.
Yep. So you're on 5. You could either get a second Artificer like Agoo has, or you could just get another Sheepdog. I think those are the 2 main options. I don't think Tiara is quite good enough yet. Yeah, probably the Artificer just to.
I think if you hit 5, you always would want the artificer because you can just gain the sheepdogs with the artificer.
Yeah. And also, you really need the Artificer for the Sheepdogs to be effective at all.
Yeah. I mean, the village does mitigate that a bit, but.
Sure. Yeah, given the amount of Sheepdogs in these decks, you really don't want your turn to be a village Sheepdog. Okay, because you can do so much more.
Yeah. It's, obviously, the artificer is better out of that, but.
That's actually interesting there, whether you want to play the Fishmonger or not. Because if you do play the Fishmonger, then this Artificer will trigger a shuffle with a bunch of bad cards in there. So you can also just
Yeah,
play the
yeah.
Artificer to draw the Fishmonger.
I,
Or do this.
oh, no,
So you
you
miss
can
out
go
on
that
a
way.
card of value. I guess it's only 2 cards you top deck here, which you can clear off with a Sheepdog. I'm not sure if I like playing the Fishmonger there. I think I'd rather not trigger the shuffle, but still drew
It
the
doesn't really
Artificer.
matter, though, with the artificer and sheepdog got top decked.
Yeah, I guess you can.
You know you're going to be able to kick off. But you're right. Yeah, you could also. It wouldn't have hurt either to do the other option.
I guess you can top deck both the Artificer and the Sheepdog, so you're guaranteed. And then you already have 2 junk cards you want to discard anyway.
Yeah, in some ways, top decking the junk cards isn't a bad thing.
So it's currently Sheepdogs are 4-3 in Agoo's favor, 5-3 now, I think.
Oh, good keeping track. Yep. So this will probably be a 6th one, won't it?
Yeah, I imagine so, which is really good, and possibly even a 7th one. So it
Yeah, they could
win a split 7-3. That would be very bad for Kojii.
So what you can do here is, if you top deck the sheepdog, you can react to the second one with seal, and you'll still get to the end.
Right. Yeah. Then you can even play Artificer, but
You
you're top decking one black card's also fine. Just grabbing Artificer and then Sheepdog.
Yeah, that makes sense to top deck the artificer because you've got so many sheepdogs.
It's going to be a quite a bit of an uphill battle for Kojii, I think.
Yeah, it's rough. I'm not sure what went wrong. Was it just first player? Is Spice Merchant better than Treasurer? I mean, that's something, isn't it?
Kojii at some point took a 3rd or 4th Artificer over the 4th Sheepdog. I think I might have wanted a Sheepdog there because I think the split is more important. And I don't
Yeah,
think.
the artificers are less useful now that the sheepdogs are.
Yeah. So once you have at least one artificer in your hand, your opening hand, I guess that is not guaranteed if you only have two. I think also
That's why you
Koji
want
had
to
a bit
roll
of a
them.
nasty dud on like turn 6 or 7. They only had like, yeah, turn 7, just 4 covers in the state. Perhaps that was due to triggering their shuffle on turn 6 in a unfortunate timing, but maybe
Which
no
time
other
is that?
choice. Turn 6, because you halfway
Gee.
through the turn trigger the shuffle, and then they ended their turn by drawing 4 cards in the state with a fishmonger on bottom as a last remaining card.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if that could have been prevented, but if it could have been, then that's a yeah, it's painful dud that you might have been self-inflicted.
Yeah.
I'm also not entirely sure whether Treasure Open was actually better than Spice Merchant Open. You
Yeah, I wonder whether the cycling was more useful than the spiking.
right.
Like Fishmonger helps you to spike a price point a little bit.
Yeah, I guess the
I wonder whether Barbarian's the option for Koji to come back.
mm,
Knock those sheepdogs down to fishmongers.
yeah, that'd be painful.
I'm not sure if there's much of an avenue for them though.
Yeah. But
I
hitting
guess behind on
anything
most.
else is kind of a waste. Yeah, now Agu also stole the key by gaining a treasure and playing it in the same turn. So
Yeah.
looking at piles, Artificer at 3, Mining Village at 5. So we're not that close to piling out. One of these players has a platinum. Agu bought one on his last turn.
Yeah, so Argues have got more payload, they've got more draw, they've got a lot going for them, really.
Yeah, got it all. Yeah, these 7 sheepdogs just drawing the entire deck.
Yeah, so they're just lowering piles. I mean, the mining villages will even be payload at the end. You don't really need much village effect, but it gives you reliability, and then at the end you can just trash them.
That's true. Second, can you draw everything back here if you discard 4? Not quite. I guess you can do this. Yeah, that's fair.
You get to the end of the shuffle.
Yeah. Just don't trigger a new one, and you're fine. Or just don't get discard anything at all. That works.
I'm surprised they didn't try and gain something there, but
Yeah, I think you can discard your states
they get
and
much.
like 2 coppers for an artificer. Like it ends up the same. Except you don't take the artificer.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty over. It's hard to see any comeback now. Like a sneaky pile out's hard because they've got the points lead.
Yeah. Also, don't
Like I
really.
said, the economy, the draw. It's not really much
Yeah.
that's really in Koji's favor at all. So
I wonder if Cody's even able to gain a colony in a single turn without any. Well, even with broken draws.
they don't have a platinum or the key or as many artificers.
Can Agoo win
Yeah,
this
it's pretty
turn?
resignable to be honest. But
So
I can understand it won't be too
2
long just playing it out.
buys. Because I get another buy with a Spice Merchant. You have some artificers. You have enough money definitely for artificial mining village. Allowed, I reckon. Um, says, let's see if treasure gains a copper. Artificer discard fourth.
Getting a tiara might be worth it.
Hmm.
Gives you like another platinum now,
Right.
but it's not really needed either. You can just
No, this is just a win.
keep
Yeah.
getting the villages. Yeah,
There
it's
we
a
are.
win.
Let's...
It was either that turn or next turn. It was
Yeah,
pretty
for sure.
lost.
All right. I go with the top seed, leading 1-0. Right, next.
Right.
Oh, some powerful
Right.
cars here. These recruiter and silk merchants usually.
Look, obviously, and recruiter. Oh wow, those two together.
Yeah.
Two best cards in the game, maybe.
Could be, could be. What else do we have? We
You
have
probably open the recruiter, right?
with Baker
Coffer.
coffer. Yeah. So you can either get a 5-3 or 4-4. Yeah, what's the best way of getting rid of coppers? Probably hideout. Withdraw with
Yeah, and that kind
envoys,
of
silk
supplements your
merchants.
villages once you get
Yeah.
going.
So you could either open recruiter and then dungeon to try and find the recruiter,
Maybe
maybe?
dungeon. Yeah, dungeon just gives you some good cycling. The
You,
crucible is just worse than recruiter.
mm,
You'd
you,
think so. Not needed.
uh, on
Hideout can come
the...
later.
You could even open recruiter
Wise
silk
gives you some
merchant.
flexibility,
Or I
maybe,
guess,
but the Imperial Envoy is the main draw once you get
mm,
going after some silks.
yeah. Mm. So they both opened Star Chart Recruiter to Top Active Recruiter. A different option would be Silk
Yeah, that's
Merchant
good. There
Recruiter,
too.
but then you run the risk of having Recruiter miss shuffle. Yeah. Structure seems nice, but then you run the risk of drawing all three states and then you can't buy Silk Merchants. It's a bit awkward. So what do you get here? Maybe you just buy silver for money? I mean, there's
You could add the
no...
dungeon here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the dungeon is necessary given
It's
Star
less
Chart.
needed with the star chart now.
Yeah, because you're probably gonna like trigger shuffle every turn from now on. I would hope. It's a bit awkward for Kojii here because yeah, recruiter
Maybe.
here might miss states. We'll see. And there's no really good attacks to gain for Squire. So you can like grab a bunch of Squires, feed them to Recruiter to get a bunch of nasty attacks because Snake Witch is the only one and it's probably not gonna trigger, and even if it triggers then
Yeah, you
it's
don't
not
want
gonna
to
be
trash a
that good.
squire for a
No.
particularly.
I mean if you run out of other Recruiter food in the villages it's fine I guess, but it's not great.
So Goo already has Mining Road, which is the best payload, I think, but
Hmm.
I'm interested that they go with that before the draw.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna if you only add one card every turn, you can just indefinitely top deck your recruiter. At some point, just add a couple snow merchants, I guess. I don't think I would have clicked on Mining Road there. Probably just grab the silk merchant pile, but it doesn't mean it's wrong for them to do so. I'm might not be as good as these players.
Koji's followed.
Yeah. So I guess I go slightly ahead because of being able to trash a state every turn. Well, Koji had to trash a copper at one point.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that's a big deal yet.
No. I mean, Agu's gonna have to trash copper at some point as well.
Yeah, I think it like
Once these sets
maybe
run
it'll
out.
affect a turn or two. But it's not like they're going to run out of villages or anything like that. I wouldn't have thought.
No, probably not. So you could buy Crucible
Okay,
here
guys have the
and
silk
play it.
now.
Doesn't seem great. You could grab a silver and a silk merchant if you want. The mining road, but you can also just decline the silver. It seems fine.
I think the silver's worth it because you're trashing down and you can always trash it to recruiter later.
Yep. Yep. Silver silk.
That's the advantage of mining road. Like if you weren't wanting treasure, mining road isn't probably your best option.
Yep. There we are. Trash a copper. So you could grab gold silk merchant, yeah. Keep top decking recruiter because it's a good card. So now what? I think it's a bit early for Envoy. You don't have, you're not going to be able to fully utilize the draw because your deck is too small. So you could just
Yeah, it's awkward if you draw it later. So maybe just keep adding silks. Again, they're good trash fodder if you need.
You could grab Silk Mining Road or
I
just
wonder
double
if we'll see a
Silk.
hideout for the village or whether they'll just keep using recruiter.
Yeah, I think I'd rather just grab some more Silk Merchants and at some point try one of those to get +5 actions.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. Hideout's good, but competing with Silk Merchant.
Yeah. It's fine, but you know, Silks though.
Yeah.
So you're probably not gonna green.
Because Silks are probably empty, right? And then,
Yeah.
but it doesn't, I'm
Ooh,
not seeing
Envoy
other
here.
piles that are clearly empty. Okay, they've gone the envoy.
Yeah, I think it's still too early because the amount of draw he had at the end of that turn with only two or three. I think he only had 2 cards remaining in deck, or maybe 3. Just Envoy. I guess you can decline playing
Yeah,
one
so they
Silk
started to
Merchant.
top deck. The good thing about envoy is you can top deck it with the star chart. It's the choice now over
Right. Because you're gonna,
the recruiter because when you can draw deck, you want to play that one early.
yeah, you're gonna draw your recruiter at some point anyway.
So Kojii follows.
Hmm.
I guess the squire is. I wonder if it's going to be village or gain silver or. Looks like gain silver.
Money Road Squire synergy there. It's a lot of money. I think we're just gonna.
Nearly 100 green, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna green anytime soon. Just grab more silk, grab more payload. Maybe a second mining road, and then like bunch more.
I could see a second mining right.
Maybe mining road Squire, silk, silk. Is that too much draw? Probably not. It's fine. At least that was my
Yeah.
initial intuition says.
What's that?
That's my initial my intuition tells me mining road Squire, silk, silk.
Yeah, I could see that.
You don't need
And
a
just
second.
use the squires to keep payload.
Grab more silvers. You got plenty draw anyway. Maybe you want to add a hideout to just whittle down these coppers.
Yeah, hideout's a good better copper trasher than recruiter. And I mean, the trashing's not as big a deal because when you've got like Imperial Envoy Star Chart is a very reliable opening because you're guaranteed basically to see not 10 cards pretty much.
Yeah, and if you just
deck.
keep around at least one
Hard to dart on
villager,
that.
keep around at least one villager, then
Yeah.
you can always you don't really need a square in your opening hand. You can just play envoy and then find a square at some point to get some, like, have to spend fewer villages.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see road network this game. It's too slow. Like,
You don't think?
no, because I think um, the turn that the first green card is being gained is the same turn that the game is ending.
Yeah, interesting. I'm not sure I see the other piles. I mean, I guess you've got Snake Witch and Squire can be emptied pretty quickly, or Estate, obviously. So you've got some cheap cards, but
Yeah,
maybe Squire Estate
I mean, you got
because you've got lots of bars.
yeah, you got like very many buys. You got Seal Merchant, Mining Mode, Envoy. Squire can give 2 buys, and you've got
I mean, Silk Merchant, I
plenty
think, will
money.
run, but I don't think many, like, you wouldn't empty envoys or recruiters.
No, but
I'd be
if you
surprised
just
about.
grab a couple Mining Modes, grab a couple Squires, and at some point, Squires will be at 5, Estates will be at 8, and then you'll have just 26 money, 13 buys maybe.
Yeah, that's true. I
Or
mean,
like
Estate. I think
maybe
Estate
not
and
that
Squire
many,
would be the piles.
but yeah, maybe not 13 buys, but I think that's the direction it's going. And then at some point, someone happens to have enough buys, and then can just end it.
They have gone the hideout.
So
Yep,
yeah, it
I like
is.
that. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's the same as what you said, but a hideout instead of another
Mm,
Squire, which just gives you a bit more sustainability, I think.
yeah.
Okay, Koji's not drawing yet. That's they need some more silks probably, or probably don't want another envoy. I don't think so.
No, I think one is plenty.
You could get a hideout and 3 silks.
You can also just copy Agoo and grab Mining Road Square, Hideout Silk again.
Can they afford that?
Yeah, it's 7 plus 8, 5 plus 2 plus 4 plus 4. I think like they have the same amount of money as Agoo had last turn, so I'm assuming. Yeah, so Agoo's
There
deck
you go.
has
I must have.
2 goals to Koji's 1. Um, yeah, if Koji goes for that set of buys, then they have exactly the same amount of action cards of every type. Not sure how the coppers are distributed.
I think Koji had trashed one more
Yeah, I go
last time. Maybe
played
that's
6 coppers last turn. Yeah.
But interestingly, they're not. They didn't draw this time. Did they bottom deck a silk? Did they? Oh, they bottom decked the recruiter.
Yeah. I think a silk as well. Because yeah, Agu had 1 silk in hand, bought a second one. It's 1 in trash. So those 3 bottom cards have a silk, a recruiter, and something? Not sure what.
A
Province.
mining road.
Wow. I
That's a pretty
no.
unlucky bottom deck if it was mining
No,
road.
it's not mine. Oh, so another silver. Oh, 4th silver. Okay. But yeah,
They have 4 silvers
it's a lot of silvers.
to 1.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
do not
wow.
like this province because I think it hampers your development too much.
Maybe, but I feel like Koji somehow got a little bit behind, so maybe they do need to start pressuring by at least greening first. I don't know.
I don't think the points lead is relevant at all here. Like these players are getting 15 and more coins every turn. Like there's 20 coins here, so you can just buy province and state, and then you know the points lead vanishes. I think for a go,
Yeah,
you don't
sometimes having the initiative can be worthwhile.
sure, but it's usually on either low payload or low buy boards,
Yeah.
and this is certainly neither. So yeah, agoo here also not quite drawing deck. I mean, only bottom in copper, which isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, and with the hideout and probably another silk buy, they should be back to drawing again.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to buy another hideout. I think one's fine, given 4 remaining coppers, and as a recruiter can just eat some
Yeah, I
silks, I
think
guess.
so. And then you just get any other village you need from.
So
You can always use Squire if needed, but otherwise just trashing silks.
I think I like the gold and maybe just 4 silks. Is that crazy?
You wouldn't buy the province at all. Yep, just go 4 silks.
So 6 bronzes costs 48 coins, which we're not particularly close to. I guess is 5 bronzes enough? 5 bronzes cost 40, 30 points. Opponent would need to province and also get all 8 duchies. Yeah, so probably as soon as someone buys 5 provinces in one turn. But it's still 40 coins. I guess this turn they had 20, right? I think 20. Added 1 gold and a silver, 25. Can trash a silk for 26.
It's another Squire or
27.
silk.
Maybe Crucible actually. Crucible
Yeah,
silk is
Crucible
plus
now might
5
be worthwhile.
coins.
Just increase your reach. You can trash a gold. It doubles quite well with the mining road because you buy gold for 3 and then you can trash it.
I guess you actually don't need to buy Crucible
Maybe
this
just don't
turn.
buy it though and just use it on mining road.
Yeah. So next turn you can just hold a silk mission in hand and you can spend 4 coins to gain 5. I guess that's not super efficient, but
No, but then you can keep it for the next turn
right.
where it does do a bit more. Yeah, it's probably not a last turn move to mining road Crucible, but
If you short 1 coin, I guess.
I mean another handy trick, of course, to increase your payload with lots of buys is at the end you can buy coppers.
Right, as long as you have
if you're trying to reach province.
You go for a Crucible, right?
Boost. Oh, they did get the Crucible.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I think it's not super safe on like drawing your deck. I think you might dot here. I think I kind of prefer the silk and then just Crucible next turn.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, it's probably threatening quad province, isn't it? So that Kojii can't take 2. Can't take 2 now. At the very least, you could probably trash a province and triple, could you? As agoo?
If you trash and quad.
As in, yeah, gain 4 provinces by trashing province.
Yeah, I think trash province and quad is pretty easy, but this has to save. They're up 18 points. So Koji would need to double province, quad duchy plus
Well, it's
state.
Koji's turn now. I think it's more about being able to beat double province here so that Koji's restrained.
Yeah, I think double provincing here is well, even if the threat of quad provincing didn't exist, I think it's a bad move. Yeah, Koji takes 1 province here. Is that safe?
I think 1 should be safe, but if they take 1 and then I guess agoo doesn't just want to triple.
No.
Yeah, maybe 1 province is the right move and then build.
Hmm.
That's probably correct.
Hmm.
They need more draw. They're still not drawing deck.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like Silk Merchant still being at 4 copies in display. And a dungeon has been bought. Not sure when that was, but imagine wouldn't just prefer
I think it was
Silk Merchant over
last turn
dungeon.
for Koji.
Oh yeah. But then you can just
Yeah.
do the other way around and buy the Silk Merchant first if you want to, because it kind of costs 3. I guess this turn it didn't make a difference because both cards drew 2 cards this turn. Oh, it does make a difference. I guess wouldn't have to. You wouldn't have had to discard 2 coppers. So we'd have 2 more coins here at the cost of not having a dungeon played
Yeah.
not next turn.
Yeah. The dungeon can do a bit more when it's once you've greening and discarding province. But yeah, it's probably a silk is just better. I don't know. The next turn is worth the more value for dungeon because it helps you not dud next time.
Yeah, I
But
mean
with
next turn
star chart, you don't really need to.
because next turn is +2 draw instead of +1 that Silk Merchant would provide. But now you don't have a Silk Merchant in your deck that you can trash to Recruiter or I guess a Crucible.
Mayorath wanted more Imperial Envoy.
Yeah, maybe a second one at this
I could see
point
a
would have been
second,
fine, but
but the problem with the second one is that you might not find it. So silks have tended to be the more immediate value.
Yeah, only 16 here. That doesn't bode well. You have to pay 1 province and
Province Gold,
double silk. I guess
maybe?
you still have Mining Road. Oh, did you? No, you did your Mining Road
Or have
thing
they
with the
already used their
silver
money?
with the squire, yeah. So
Yeah,
I
so it's
just
not
want
much
double
use then.
silk.
Yeah, Yeah, I think the draw is worthwhile.
I think it's too late
Yeah,
for
I agree with double
hideout.
silk. Yeah, particularly when you've got 5 villages, you don't need to worry too much.
Also true.
Yeah, I'd like double silk, I think, for Koji. I don't think another province is safe.
No, definitely not.
They really need more payload, but they need more draw if they're going to add
Yeah, this is
payload anyway.
exactly
So
why I didn't like
silks is
the first bronze here. This game, because they need more payload now. They're like having to pump the brakes because they don't have enough payload.
It's always awkward, isn't it, when you start gaining and then you realize you need to go back to build a bit more. Probably means a mistake.
Yeah, both these players, Japanese players, so probably a bunch of Japanese spectators elsewhere. Not
Yes, I
currently
think there's a
live
bit more.
following in the English language Discord. I think Crucial's fine, but not this turn for Koji. Maybe this turn for Koji. I think, yeah. Not sure how much draws down there still. There's 3 cards. There's still a bunch of draw, then maybe you can get by with 1 Silk, 1 Crucible.
Yeah, you want the Crucible, but you want to make sure you're drawing, which they haven't been. I'm not sure.
I guess you do have dungeon
I
coming
think
in
it's the
next
extra
turn.
silvers. Agoo has denser payload because they were buying gold on the mining roads, whereas, I mean, they've got 5 silvers.
Yeah, I think
To
the
2
bottom 3 cards
do.
are Silver, Mining Road, Province, which is
They
not
have
very
another silver. Do
good.
they have 6?
Well, they had 5 last turn and they gained 1 off of the square this turn. So yeah,
Yeah, there you
silk.
go.
I think I
So probably too much silver versus gold
because
for
you have
the
identity coming in,
payload
so the copper province is not too high.
without gaining the gold. Doesn't look like there was a silver down there for Koji.
Copper, apparently. It's miscounted. Or did they eat the silver with the Gujar? No, they ate the silver merchant. Bit awkward eating a silver merchant with your Gujar and then not drawing deck.
Yes.
So what can I go do here?
Interesting. I did wonder whether they would hold off on the hideout just in case they needed the payload, but they've decided to play it anyway. Doesn't make much difference.
Oh, they're dead here. Well, not really dead, but they don't draw deck at least. So 6 buys. Crucible to gold.
And they didn't draw the province.
It's
but they,
12,
yeah, I wonder if you just.
What could be 20? Is 22 with the coins, I guess, if you would have crucible to gold. Yeah, 1 province probably
Double silk.
is 1 province safe.
Crucible.
Can kojii
I don't think
quad?
double would be particularly safe.
No, definitely not. Because like double plus, like especially given that kojii
I'm
gained
pretty sure
crucible.
Koji couldn't quad.
Right.
So I'd probably just take 1 and build because I think.
Yeah, kind of punished for
With another
taking
crucible and a silk merchant, you can empty provinces next turn yourself.
Yeah, although Agoo did get kind of punished for taking the crucible last turn instead of the silk merchant. So yeah, they only spent the crucible to stretch a copper here, so being able to draw on. Maybe that's results.
Sure.
Maybe that's results oriented thinking, but
the advantage is you can mill 2 provinces and you can definitely double.
Yeah. But if
you
you
do draw.
took 2 silks last turn instead of silk crucible, and then this turn you can take double crucible perhaps. Just one double silk. I think you're.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the crucible was partly a limiting of Koji because otherwise they probably could have doubled.
I mean, couldn't you still
It's the
have
threat,
the threats if you just grab silk merchants and then well, work?
And crucible, interesting. Yeah.
Because you have a province in your deck, so the first crucible you gain can just trash your existing province.
I wonder about Road Network over Silk Merchant. Like, it does improve your starting hand, but they need to buy 3 green before it draws you anymore. You don't get the buy or the coffer.
I mean, it's only
maybe
2 provinces because the silk merchant is only +1 card, so you have to draw the silk merchants first instead of the card you would otherwise.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Yeah, so it does draw more because presumably
if Kojii takes 2.
Kojii has to. Well, I don't know. They don't have to, but.
I think as Kojii, you're not able to quad province, so you have to assume that Agoo is gonna dud. So what does that look like? So I can probably take.
Yeah, I guess the Road Network probably means that.
Yeah.
Kojii should build rather than try and go with duchies.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe the Road Network is another constricting move rather than pure value, immediate value. So I was thinking, like,
I think Kojii's.
Go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, I think Kojii's in the tough spot, basically.
For sure.
I'd be interested because I felt like they got behind, not by a long way, but by a little quite early. And I'm not sure how, because they are first player here.
Yeah, I think.
Was it just an unlucky draw? They did have that one less estate trash early, didn't they?
Yeah, they grabbed a silver at some like in on turn 3. They hit recruiter and triple estate, so they couldn't afford a silver merchant, so they had to buy silver there. I think that's what. And then at some point, they could have been in lockstep with Agoo, except that they would be a half a turn behind, but have a pretty identical deck with a silver instead of a gold. But then the turn where they could have done that, they bought the first province. Or he bought the first province.
Yeah, but see the fact that they were first player and having to buy the same to catch up with an extra turn.
Yeah, I think that's due
They'd already
to
lost that.
yeah. But then you lost like the half turn initiative. But I think the province by
It still might have been
made them
building. Yeah.
fall even further behind.
So they are getting more draw.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I
Question is
think the
where you
build is the
buy,
right move.
where you get a single province or not. I guess you just want to threaten quad province next turn yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, this I guess it's definitely threatening
Yeah, that
strat.
makes sense because then you negate the benefit of any extra draw and you hope that
Mm,
they can't quad and you can catch up whatever they do.
yeah. Is this already quad? Could be. I can crucial province, buy crucial province.
They
Is
can't quad.
this 2 coins short, I think.
I mean, do you... No, you can't even real triple by trashing gold. So, oh, no, not quite.
No, it's 23, so 1 short. Hmm.
Well, if
And
you
again,
trash the gold, you also lose. You only gain 3, so that gets to 21.
oh right.
You could buy a copper on Mining Road to get to 22, so you're still too short.
Hmm. So that one, yeah, and here
I
again,
mean, mill might be worthwhile. I'm not sure if that would require province double duchy estate
which I
to
think
beat,
is
would it?
pretty easily doable. Like
It
way,
seems doable to me. I
yeah,
wonder whether you just build again as
probably have to. I mean, I can't help but point out that last turn Agoo bought a second Crucible over another Silk Merchant, and now they again have 4 cards left in deck.
Yep, you're right. The draw is still costing them, so but at the same time, look, if they'd drawn the crucible here instead of one of the silvers or golds, there's a win.
I guess that's true.
They mill 2 provinces and buy 2.
Right. Yeah.
So
I guess
I can see the argument either way,
only set up
like having
silver.
that
I think
threat.
if you don't draw if you draw Crucible instead of gold, then you're 1 short still. But
I mean, I
I
guess
guess
the real
then
question is, I mean, if I think probably you don't touch provinces.
no, I think not.
If Koji can quad, then they can probably beat double
Yeah,
province and mill.
yeah, definitely.
So I think you probably just build here.
Yeah. The question is, do
Maybe
you
a second
add
envoy or a couple of.
any duchies or no? So we've got
Yeah, maybe some duchies. Maybe double silk
18.
and duchy. It would involve
Yeah.
milling. I'm not sure if they actually can get quad. They can only mill 1. So they are going to build.
Envoy, maybe envoy double silk duchy. No, I'm not sure. Like, does duchy matter?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it
Like
matters. They
if
did get it. I think it does help if they if Kojii decides to just max points and can say triple province, then the duchy just helps you a little bit.
yeah, because if kojii triple provinces, then you need province triple duchy estate now instead of province quad duchy estate.
Oh, they're actually out of villages. Kojii.
Oh, wow.
How much
But this
do they
is
have in hand?
crucible province, crucible silk merchant is 12 plus 12 is 24 plus 6 is 30. One off.
Is it really just one off? Wow, that's close. Oh, it's a win. You trashed the silk merchant in province, right?
Yeah, that's 31 coins, I think. Wait, or am I miscounting? By coppers,
Ah, you
32.
can do the copper trick.
Oh,
Haha. I
nice.
mentioned that before. Yep. It might
Yeah,
actually be game winning if you find it.
exactly. 32. Does he see it? Does he know?
Good
Yeah,
stop.
looks like it. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
there you
Nice,
go.
nice.
Well done, Koji. That's a
Yeah.
good win because it felt like Agoo was ahead for most of that, and then they
Mm-hmm.
just, yeah, like you said, I think continuing to build was obviously the play because they could have drawn their deck there. There you go. Good game.
Yeah, that was a good one. All right, what do we have here? There's Workers' Village as a village as well as a bustling village. There's
Clark, what's your draw? Marquee and
Marquis.
Minion.
Yeah, minion. It's not really good minion support. I guess there's like if you're playing the minion deck, you still need
Because
the
you can do lots of
villages to
Clarks
be able to.
or Hagglers.
Yeah, but then you do need the villages.
There's not good trashing, is there? Is there any trashing? Goat?
Uh, Island.
Prize goat? Island, yes.
Technically not trashing. It is thinning though. But yeah, it's quite bad. Cleric's gonna hurt
Yeah,
because like
I
the
don't know. I mean,
draw's gonna be pretty late.
Island seems to work for extended greening. I'm not sure how if it's worth the time to try and get rid of estates.
No, I think not. It's pretty slow and stuff. Like
It is slow.
yeah,
Yes.
the villages seem kind of important. Hmm, is war chest good here? Like I'm assuming your opponent's always gonna
I like
name
a war chest in most
minion.
situations.
So far, we've opened both players that were cleric settlers.
Interesting, the settlers. I'm never sure about settlers in open because obviously it's good if it's. You'd rather settlers over silver if you can always draw it on the
Hmm.
second hand, but it's a
Yeah.
do nothing cantrip. If you draw it on the top, which always seems to happen. I wonder if you go somewhat moneyish here with just kind of marquees and
Wait, did
invasions. Hope you
Agoo
get some good loots.
Agoo bro, didn't he? Yeah, Agoo both the opening buys, both the settlers and the cleric in the bottom two cards.
Yeah, that's rough. Yeah.
Quite unfortunate, which also means the settlers doesn't hit.
What's that?
Which also means the settlers won't hit. Then for
Yes.
Koji, it does.
That's the even sadder. Oh, look at this.
Oh
Look at these
no!
amazing
Oh,
settlers.
I guess the double cleric is fine because you can just play both. Start the turn.
Yeah, you'd still probably rather they were separated, wouldn't you?
Sure, yeah, because the attack's more relevant then. Yeah, it's even a top deck effect instead of a discard effect. You can't actually discard a copper to it and then grab it with settlers.
Yeah.
And yeah, the villain also can't help you get the copper. I guess the minion can.
And if they hadn't drawn the settlers, they could have top decked one of the clerks.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I wonder whether a silver was better than settlers. It's hard to say, isn't it?
Hmm.
There's certainly better cases
Maybe better than
for
second
settlers
settler.
than what happened.
I know. I guess the more settlers you have, the higher odds of any one settler being
I mean, I
being
suppose
zero.
it will be potential draw later with the villages as well if they go that line.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, bottlenecking both
And
your
actually,
buys
settlers
and
will be useful with the marquee because
right. If you discard coppers, then yeah,
marquee or marquis. How do you pronounce that one?
marquee. I'm pretty sure.
Marquis.
I think the S is silent, but I'm not sure. I'm also not a native speaker. Um, yeah, but so do
I think it might
you
be
reckon you're
marquis
gonna
actually.
be going for marquee
Marquis is like 10.
over minion? It's like marquee, like playing the marquee deck seems like you're gonna run into terminal space issues. I guess it was yeah, no, maybe not with the bustling villages. Maybe that's why Koji's like growing a bunch of
We'll
settlers
run
as
into
well.
what issue, sorry?
Terminal space. So if you only have workers villages, then you need terminal space for your marquises. I don't know. Your marquises, sure. Your marquises, your haggler, your clerks if you don't have them in your opening hand. But I guess with busting a village, you're gonna have plenty of action space.
I think it is marquis. Sorry, just looking up the
Marquis?
pronunciation.
Marquis, that's a
Marquis.
word of all world. That's a word of all.
Quis.
Quis. Quis.
Marquis.
Marquis.
Hmm.
There you go.
There
The
you go.
marquee is the tent. QUEE.
Mm. So both players opting for a relatively early haggler, trying to like I guess because the fives are very important, and then you can grab some villages while you're getting the actual good cards. I guess minion is less effective given that there's no copper or state trashing.
Yeah, it's interesting. The minion have both players gone into minion, or is it just one?
Uh,
Goo
actually
has one.
see.
They've both gotten a minion.
Yeah, so Koji has two, Agoo one so far, and just bought
I
second.
suppose early it's probably cycling, and particularly with the Clark attack. Though it kind of
Yeah,
negates the Clark attack, doesn't it?
yeah,
For you as well as
yeah.
for you.
Can like top like a good card actually, and then just discard all your bad cards and draw the good one.
I do think the Marquis is probably the better option long run.
Hmm. It is more likely to dud. So I guess the minion line
Yeah,
probably
I mean
enables
that's
you
the thing.
to
The
get
Marquis,
five.
the minions help you to cycle to get to a Marquis, I guess.
Yeah, that as well. And also, if you buy minions early, then you're more reliably hitting five than when you get Marcus.
With minions.
I think so.
I mean, I think there's enough village for the Marquis, and it's certainly like
Yeah.
you'd rather have a 10 card hand than a 4 card hand.
It's true. 10 is great and 4.
Looks like we got spec chat off track with all the pronunciation. Our work here is done.
Alright, so you top deck here for kojii, probably settlers, and then you play the first minion for money, second minion for discard, and you I guess, then your settlers won't hit. If you keep the settlers and play that first, you get to, I guess you can, then settlers hitting won't matter because you're gonna discard your hand afterwards. Kind of an interesting choice here for kojii, what to top deck.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
Did end up top decking the settlers, yeah, and doing the, oh, just get money twice and just guarantee buying a 5, and then, could have also done that. Oh, I don't know. Right, good turn here for Agoo. Having a haggler in play when you buy 5. So far, 8 minions are gone and 0 Marqua. I don't believe Janiels. I think I do not believe that Marqua is the correct role. I guess it's Latin roots or French, Latin. I don't know. It's weird. Ooh, islands been bought. Have to set aside a copper. Yuck. Yeah, I don't want to do trigger that chop with a Works Village. I like that. But now you still have 3 states.
It looks like a minion game now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I was expecting the Marquis. That would have been my line. But...
So for Agoo, do you play the Workers Village? Apparently the answer is yes. So now you cause your clerks and your 5-cost items to shuffle. Buy the Workers Village instead of a 5. Could you see
Ooh,
firing on cylinders? Wait, how did Snake Witch get here? Did it just buy a Snake Witch? I guess
oh
so.
wow. That feels early to me, but I haven't been paying enough
Yeah,
attention
not
to
sure
tell.
how many minions each player had. Could you have taken the
5
lead?
minions each.
Oh, my. I think I have to refresh here. My screen's all worked up.
It's actually 2-1 to Kojii now, isn't it?
It is. But are you seeing
That did
like
seem
actual
early to
kingdom
me,
now or no?
personally. What's that?
I'm having some trouble with my.
Oh yes, there is a kingdom. We've got a first buy happened.
All right, there we go.
Raise makes sense on the 2-5.
All right, so there is
Maybe Guildmaster
no
on the
villages. I guess
5 or
there's
the Pilgrim, maybe.
Ghost as the only village. It's awkward. Access the only trashing. I guess raise. Oh no, it's raise for trashing. There's Wave the Worm, but there's no villages, so this pilgrim draw is kind of awkward. There's Crafter's Guild as a guildmaster
Yeah, I
payoff.
guess you could try to go dense payload and root cellar is your non-terminal draw.
Yeah.
But root cellars, I don't know. It's always so expensive.
Yeah.
And then you probably play with what Bandit as your
Yeah. Is it just big
terminal
money?
tiaras.
So, ooh, Kojii with a 2/5. I think that's quite good here. Opt for Guildmaster with a Crafter's
Yeah, that's what
Guild.
I was wondering if the Pilgrim might be worth it.
I don't think
You get
Pilgrim is
through your deck.
good because there's no villages, so you get a bunch of terminal draw, which seems very
Well, if you're
awkward.
playing money, surely Pilgrim is a good,
Right. Yeah, that's true. But isn't Bandit a better money
and
card than Pilgrim?
it's not quite as terminal because of the top decking. It's a bit
Yeah.
like your courtyard money, but better.
Hmm. I mean, if you're going for big money, I just prefer Bandits gaining gold and then just grabbing a couple of tiaras and then I
Yeah,
don't know.
fair enough.
I guess banding golds for the Exorcist as well. Hmm. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, you can also change the golds into provinces. I think I like
Yeah,
Minotaur. I don't think Guildmaster is great because it's like just 3 coins, and the Crafters Guild seems fine, but you don't want that many fours. Like when you're gonna Crafters Guild, like an Exorcist, I guess, if you don't have any one yet, or a change if you don't have one yet.
I feel like tiaras and root cellars potentially,
Yeah, tiaras probably. But then for tiaras,
especially the.
you want big treasures, and big treasures like
Yeah, that's true. You probably. I mean, yeah, it would work better if you could have multiple terminals and be gaining the golds. So Agu went with the Pilgrim. Oh no, Koji went with the Pilgrim.
yeah, Agoo has 2 Exorcists now. Is that right?
Looks like it.
Yeah,
So they
quite
haven't hit
tough.
5 yet. And a second EXO is not going to help them hit 5.
Oh no, wait. The second EXO was the Crafters Guild gain for Kojii. We both have one
Oh,
now.
okay, yeah. That makes more sense. Yeah, second EXO is never or rarely worth it unless you.
Hmm.
I guess the Ghost deck might want a second EXO,
Yeah.
but you probably wait a little bit to gain that.
Hmm.
Orchard points. That's a good point. That encourages building, doesn't it?
I mean, I guess, but what action cards do you want 3 of on this kingdom?
The spirits,
I guess so.
wisp,
So that's 8 points
imp.
to gain. I'm not sure if that's fast enough.
I mean, if you go with ghosts, you can start getting multiple of others as well.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
probably, yeah. I mean, certainly you could get 3 root sellers, 3 razors. You probably don't
Trashing,
want 3 of many others. Maybe pilgrim.
trashing a cover there over a state. It's kind of interesting.
If you want the spirits, that makes sense.
Hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Bit of an awkward draw here, drawing 4 action cards, where I did draw 2 and then some money. Can I have 0 coins this turn? Yikes.
Yeah,
What do you want next turn?
yeah. It's
Will Wisp
interesting. It's a
Pilgrim?
bit early for a second pilgrim, isn't it? When you're so terminaled, they've got 2 pilgrims, a guildmaster.
Yeah. I think it's too many.
Did they get a ghost yet? I wonder whether even that turn they should have
No.
trashed. I guess they were trashing the estate, but
No ghosts have been gained yet.
maybe here they want to trash. They should trash the pilgrim and get a ghost.
Hmm. I kind of like that. Top deck the Will Wisp. Because there's
Yeah,
a Guildmaster down there as well as your terminal for next turn.
maybe they will. You
And
could always buy another pilgrim if you want it.
looks like
No, they're going to
they're
trash the
planning
copper.
on, yeah.
I think they're way over terminal. Like what? And what 5 are you going to buy? Every 5 is terminal.
Right. Duchy is in terminal.
Sure, let's go for duchies.
Trash Duchy into Ghost. It's nice.
Yeah, but if you want the ghost, you need the ghost. So I'd buy pilgrim and then trash the other one.
Hmm. So what do these players envision their deck to look like? I guess, yeah, just Willis imps, ghosts, and then just imp, like double ghost and imp for pilgrim plus another something non-terminal. I guess a raise or a root cellar, but then I don't know. I guess a widow wisp. Just so awkward.
Yeah, it's definitely a tricky one to draw, isn't it? And
I'm still not sure whether this actually competes meaningfully with just Bandit Tiara.
bandit money, yeah.
And maybe if it's just Bandit and no Tiara, then it's probably good enough. But Bandit Tiara is pretty quick.
The other thing is, if you trash down, a few root sellers might be worth it.
So yeah, buy pilgrim, trash pilgrim indeed. So basically bought a ghost for 5, which is a good price.
Which is worth it. You'd probably buy a ghost for 5.
Oh, these widow wisps doing work. 2 out of 3 hits. Yeah, don't need this root cellar. Can probably turn this root cellar into an imp.
Imp time, yeah.
Especially since you already have another root cellar. So you play
And you can gain it off a crafter's guild.
You can even buy whatever you want. And what is it that you want? Buy bandit.
Trash.
I mean, given that they've chosen to gain a guildmaster, both players here, I would think they're inclined to trash it for bandit because he has decided in the past that guildmaster is better than bandit. I mean, I don't agree with it because I think once you get a bit thinner, then the golds as exorcist food are pretty good.
I mean, it looks like either, well, I guess it's copper, silver, or root cellar to trash. So depends if they want the imp or just a thin.
I mean, putting a draw card in your deck is kind of like thinning.
Royal root cellars could be worth it with the bandits because they can give you the density you need to make it worth drawing.
Yeah.
I probably don't trash copper because the wisps, I think getting a spirit's probably better than getting rid of copper in these decks.
Yeah. Opted for getting rid of the silver.
Silver makes sense. Once you're drawing, he had enough, like he didn't need more money.
True. Trashing the raise here.
That's interesting. I suppose it guarantees you see the ghost.
Yeah, we could
So
have
now
played
you probably stop and play Guildmaster.
You already revealed the ghost off of the Widow Wisp, so you could just play Pilgrim to see the ghost.
Oh, he already revealed the ghost. Yeah, interesting. I guess the other option is you play the Pilgrim so you can draw the Exorcist and try and get your second ghost. And then you can top deck the Pilgrim and you probably draw next turn.
So you could raise copper here, Pilgrim, top deck whatever, Exorcist, Guildmaster. Top deck something you want to ghost. Oh, the second Pilgrim. Yeah. I mean, starting turn with double Pilgrim is, I guess, fine, but you don't have any other terminals in your deck remaining at that point. It's not.
I suppose the alternative is you keep the Guildmaster and ghost that.
play Pilgrim, top deck Guildmaster, trash Pilgrim, and then ghost to Guildmaster. You've top decked with the Pilgrim. Yeah, maybe.
But I think I'd probably. Oh,
Oh.
interesting. They're going to stop here.
I think I want to trigger Exorcist every single turn. I think it's more important than.
It seems like you're better off cycling by getting a second ghost this turn, which you could have done.
Because this means you get a 5 this turn and a 4 next turn, instead of getting to exo into a ghost, and also probably by a 3.
I think the big issue is just that, yeah, now you don't have a ghost next turn and you have to wait another whole turn to start getting the ghost every turn.
Yeah.
And you've got to be able to find this ghost again before. Like, I think you just have consistency if you can have the 2 ghosts and you're top decking a draw card. You probably are finding every turn.
Yeah.
There's a bit of psychological insight from Silly Potter. Presumably, Kojii is the player referred to.
Yeah. Decent turn here for Agoo. It's the double in. I guess the Guildmaster in play. Exo, probably silver again. Interesting that it chose to gain a silver off the Crafter's Guild rather than.
The ghost comes in.
Yeah. Could have gained a change there, maybe. Not sure. Was Pilgrim instead of the Guildmaster? Because we already had 2. Right. So what do you do
See,
here?
if you had a ghost this turn,
Kojii?
again, you could do the same thing. And I just think it would have been much better to have your deck would be set up if you could now ghost Pilgrim again this turn. And you could buy the Guildmaster back at this point.
Yeah. I guess with Tiara, can you somehow top the ghost and then also draw
Yeah, I
it
guess
somehow
so.
still in your ninth phase? I don't think you can, right? 'Cause you can.
You can't draw it in your night phase, but you could at least make sure you see one next turn.
Yeah, I don't think top thinking ghost is that important because
Which might be
you're gonna see it next turn, surely.
the
Not
ghost.
guaranteed, but yeah. I'd rather make sure Will Wisp gets into my opening hand. Well, not making sure, I guess, but increase the odds. I guess I want Root Cellar here. I think so.
Yeah, probably
And
useful for next turn. You can always trash it for an imp later.
Yeah. Just want to find my stuff. So I reckon we're gonna see this Pilgrim get trashed, given the 4th terminal added. Probably don't top the bandit.
I mean, I think it makes sense to trash it now, doesn't it? Because you want to see the ghost next turn. And you increase the chances, and you're probably wanting that second ghost sometime anyway.
Yeah. I guess I can just top deck the Root Cellar with buy, then also top deck a ghost. That's how this works, right? Yeah. Just let's top deck anything again. And then you also have 2 favors for next turn.
Yeah.
Which I guess that could
Spirit
be.
Gains trigger Guildmaster. Yeah, it looks like it. You're still gaining a card this turn.
Grab a silver. Declined on root center. I mean, I guess you're kind of running low on money, but you do have a bandit. I guess there's no way to top deck the gold with bandit, so you have to like gain and play the gold somehow with Tiara. It's a bit tough.
Okay, so we have a drawn deck from. Interesting. They wanted the bandit to be the ghosted.
I mean, do you have an alternative? It went by so quick, I didn't really see.
Well, they bought the bandit
Mm-hmm.
to ghost. They could have bought a different card, like if they
Yeah,
wanted to draw.
but if you want to
But it
add a
looks like they're
bandit to your
gonna.
deck this turn, definitely, then I mean, you have to
Yeah,
ghost it, right? And you can decline on the ghost,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I don't think that's
absolutely.
good.
Oh, I don't think it's bad to ghost that
Hmm.
necessarily. I think you probably start trashing the golds for ghosts now.
Hmm.
But it looks like, yeah, the money works well with their deck because the root sellers, they're going a bit more in on the root seller draw.
Yeah. And Koji here, adding a silver instead of top decking root center and then dotting here. It's a bit painful. But next turn is good. Ghost Pilgrim again.
Yeah. But see, I just think they would have set this up a little earlier if they'd
Hmm.
done
Oh
the.
yeah, I agree.
Because look, I mean, they're not buying anything this turn, so yeah, they've lost a turn to get it set up now. And it looks like Agoo's deck is rolling now. They're drawing.
Oh yeah.
They seem to have a lot more imps and wisps.
Yeah, also 3 root cellars. Yeah, I think.
Well, but they mostly drew their deck even before
Hmm.
before the second root seller.
Is it ever
Third imp?
second exorcist for Agoo sometime soon? Not sure how soon, but ghosting the imp also quite nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Agoo looks ahead at this point to me, but we'll see what. Oh, they've got 3 ghosts, Kojii, now, so
Yeah.
we'll
Oh,
see what this turn does.
does he have 3? Does Agoo only have 1?
He's got 1 in play and 2 in hand, so
Oh, right.
presumably.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. So you can win the ghost with 5-1. So yeah, Agoo kind of.
Oh,
Oh,
true. That's it. That secures the orchard points, doesn't it? I didn't realize ghosts. You don't normally run out of ghosts.
no, but ghost is not an action card, so it doesn't actually score any orchard points.
Oh, true. It doesn't work.
So Agoo last
But still,
turn.
winning four zip might be worthwhile. Though I don't think Agoo's deck depends on ghost as much because
No,
he
that's
doesn't have as
true.
many tools.
That's true. I'm kind of surprised by Agoo's declining the ghost off of the gold, preferring the imp off of the
Yeah,
silver.
that would have made more sense than getting the extra imp at that point, wouldn't it? Agoo only has 1, I think.
I mean, there's
Oh, do
six.
they already have 2?
There's 6 starting in the pile,
Are
right?
there 6? Okay. Yep. I haven't been counting.
Oh, so there's 2. Yeah, yeah.
If they've got 2, that's all they need.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, okay. Fair enough. So this.
Gee, that's a lot of silvers they've added.
Yeah, keep on for an imp. Unfortunately, yeah, I guess it's worth here to lose out on like pretty sizable chunk of money to be able to get the last ghost to get a balanced 2 and 2.
Yeah, I would have probably gotten the last ghost.
You should only lose out on 2 money. Not too bad.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they need the imp to ghost this turn.
taking will-o-wisp over imp here to get the actions of the ghost will-o-wisp.
Yeah. That makes some sense for their deck.
Oh, the attack mattering. Well, maybe. Actually, it tries something. Whether it's gonna matter, I don't know. And if it's gonna matter,
To be
I'm not
honest,
sure if
I
it's
think that's actually
yeah.
unfair, 'cause they gained 3 silvers off the Feodum, and they
Oh,
had a silver and province on top.
right.
So
Yeah.
to get through the deck, I think they
Or,
might have done Kojii a favor.
yeah. Pretty friendly there. So this root setter's free, right? Because you guarantee
Admittedly, there's a
drawing
fair bit
the
of draw command for Kojii, so
mm,
maybe
you
not.
guarantee drawing the the worm, right? What about the worm? And Agoo does have a sizable points lead. But Kochi still has
Absolutely.
some imp and will-o-wisp points to grab, I think. I'm not sure if it's fast
Yeah.
enough.
Okay. Yeah, I guess once you start greening, you actually want to leave some cards in your deck for the ghost.
Hmm.
These decks have come together better than I thought they would, actually.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah,
only
for sure.
turn 13, and they
Right.
are both looking like functional decks that will draw
Yeah.
the whole way through and ready to green.
Yeah. Like on turn 13, if you go Bandit Tiara, big money with change in there, you kind of expect to have 3 promises by now. You might get overtaken by this.
Probably a bit more on
Yeah, I guess you
ahead
will
on
get over.
provinces, but
Yeah, I guess
I
you get
think the
you get
deck probably comes over the top.
yeah because of like Tiara giving enough buy with enough money. Yeah, so I
I mean,
probably
yeah,
would
you
have
can
lost
catch up
again.
on duchies. Big money trying to empty provinces is,
Yeah, that's also. I mean, there's
and I guess you've
change
even
to
got
like.
Beardem as a real last resort
I
for
guess
the.
root shadow change is a bit of a numbo. Hmm.
Yeah, true. Especially when terminal space is tight.
Yeah. So 9 points behind currently. Could buy another province, which seems pretty safe to me. And what do you do with the remaining 5 coins? Also, what do you ghost? What do you exercise? I mean, I could probably exercise something to will-o-wisp for the ghost or imp. I'm not sure what the imp and will-o-wisp count situation is for the orchards for Koji.
Yeah. Wonder if you get a raise here, hoping to make them into orchard points.
I think I only have one raise currently. I guess you can grab two.
Yeah, they would still need 2 more. They would still need 2 more, but
I
or
mean,
maybe buy the raise and trash the other one. But they've left the silver, which looks like they're gonna.
hmm. Third program for 4 more points. Top deck is for the ghost.
Yep, that makes some sense. Worth 4 points, and it's more
Mm.
useful than a duchy.
It does mean you're
Yeah,
only going to play one other terminal other than the program you're ghosting. Hmm. what's outside here?
Yeah,
So
maybe you
it's
leave
still there.
Pilgrim till later because this turn with just one ghost, they're a bit more terminal limited.
Yeah. And if you want the points, you can also just double raise there. Because I think he had 5 coins and 2 pies remaining.
Sure. So double raise is worse than Pilgrim if you want to keep the points. Probably.
Yeah, I guess these raises are probably gonna get cut at some point. If you don't have anything, I guess you can have silvers to trash.
Yeah.
Maybe root cellar. I don't know. I guess raising root cellar is not that much better than just playing the root cellar, given that you're making plenty money.
Yep.
Right, so Agoo here in the tank, whether to resolve this root cellar first or whether to top deck something with Crafter's Guild.
Oh, interesting. I'm surprised that's a.
So what do you top deck? Is it ever Feudum? Probably not. Tiara. Yeah, I guess that's the most money you can gain. Most payload.
Tiara makes sense to me. Do they have an action on top this time?
So what can we do here? Tiara gold, it's 6, 9, 15. 15 coins or 18 coins minus 6. So either 9 or 12 money to spend. Assuming this exercise is gonna trash a gold or a root cellar.
What's the top card of the deck?
I do not know. Is it Pilgrim?
Let's see.
I think Agoo has a Pilgrim. Which I guess makes sense that you want to leave it on top. Province. Oh, yeah.
Province.
Okay. So if you buy an action, if you buy one action card here, you can skip over the province.
Yeah. They're a bit buy limited. Yeah. Oh yes, they'll get an imp.
Yeah, but you could choose to not top deck the imp and also not top deck the root cellar and just ghost, take the 50-50 flip. You can either guarantee one of them with your ghost, or you can take a 50-50 but also mill the province. Right? Declined on milling province. So. Buying TR. So I guess, yeah, I think I prefer not top decking the imp there. I guess if you then you mill province and you're still. Oh no, then you might top deck 2 cards actually. You know, that's worse.
Yeah, but it's probably worth the risk. I think.
So it's 1/3 of top decking 2 cards, 1/3 of being the same, and 1/3 of top decking 0 cards.
Yeah, it's hard to say, isn't it?
You can either take the guaranteed 1 stop card in your hand, or take a 1/3 chance of 0, 1, or 2. I think if you're sure you can handle 1, then probably fine.
Yeah, but maybe
take the guaranteed.
Maybe if you feel you're ahead, yeah, it's just worth not taking the risk. Do they take the second ghost here?
I think it's too late. I think next turn is likely going to be the last turn of the game. You're probably going to have to take some duchies here. Which is a bit awkward, I guess. I guess you can root center for 4 points. 2 raises for 4 points. And then 2 duchies. A bunch of stop cards, I guess. I mean, you do have root cellars. So yeah, raise number 2, then probably raise number 3 as well.
Raises are awkward with the ghost, though. You really don't want to be
Yeah,
ghosting a raise, do you?
I guess he didn't top like a root cellar, which he could still do. So you could top
I
like root
suppose, yeah,
cellar
you
and
top deck
also
with that.
imp after the exorcist. Yeah, chains with the root cellar is awkward. I guess you
Yeah, I
could
don't think change.
top like the chains for your ghost, and then you're guaranteed to have one full trash, and then the second one be just 3 coins. It's interesting. I also don't know what those 2 cards are. They're not root cellar, they're not raise. There's one pilgrim down there actually. That's pretty good to hit with your ghost.
Oh, is
Okay.
there?
So if you
Okay,
top
so
deck and a Will-O-Wisp
they
imp,
didn't top deck the root cellar.
that might be
Oh, they're going to
rather
top
top
deck
deck
an
the
imp.
imp. Yeah, so imp and pilgrim as a, yeah, that's pretty good. It's
That
pretty good
makes
next turn.
sense.
Yeah, and then 1 duchy and then a tiara. All right, just build some more instead of taking the second duchy, which you don't need right now.
What
Oh, a
can agoo do? Can they
dud.
double
Big
here?
old dud. Yeah, it's probably going
Ooh.
to be game over here, I reckon. I guess. How much money
Kojii
is
can win.
this? I mean, I'm assuming so, but maybe not. I mean, Koji can just Crafters Guild change on top. I guess that doesn't really do it. It could do something.
Help. I'd probably get a tiara more
Mm,
payload, but
and they got Imp Pilgrims on the side, and change is basically just uh, gold and 2 debt for province. Hmm.
yeah, that was a mistake, wasn't it? If they'd Crafters Guild, they could have had another root
I mean,
cellar
it's still the start of the turn, right? Oh yeah, but oh they didn't. Yeah, they would have had to do that before resolving the imp.
before drawing.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems needlessly conservative.
Yeah.
Just gonna draw at least 4. You already have the Widows
So
and the Root
in
Cellar, so
province,
you're guaranteed to draw 8 cards. You just didn't draw any draw cards in the top 8 cards
yeah.
with 2 more
Key
Root Cellars,
province
2 more Imps,
heroes
and 2 more Widows in
double
the deck. Um, hmm.
because double would win then for Koji.
Yeah, I think that was pretty trivial. So I think it can't really.
Yeah. So they've gone the. Was that points for the raises?
No, I think it's just the first 2 raises, raise 1 and 2. So they
They're
need,
setting up for
yeah, 1 more raise next turn would be.
one more next turn.
So yeah, Koji not going for the change line, but this is
What did they
already
get?
nothing yet. I don't think
Oh, they're still in
they
start of
played.
turn.
Yeah, he played the root cellar of the imp, so the change doesn't really do much anymore. Is the thing. So there's already 12.
They gained a Theodem. Interesting.
So with 20 money. Oh, with 40 hours, I think it is
One for
like enough money to triple.
payload, probably. Yeah.
Just is 22, 25. Yeah.
Is it
Oh,
triple?
I guess no. There's still debt going around. There's 25 money minus 9. Only 16 so far.
I mean, they can definitely get to the gold with the raise from Bandit.
Yeah. So you
Oh no, they
bandit, you
can't.
pilgrim, you raise the ghost or the exorcist, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, true. Yep, they can still get there. But
So that's
what cards are down there?
24, 33, 36 minus 9 is 25. Wait, no. Wait, so 4 golds on Tiara is 24, plus 6 from silver is 30, plus 3 from copper 33, minus 9 is exactly 24.
That's triple. Yeah, yeah. Because the
I think that works.
silvers and coppers basically cancel your debt, and then
Right.
you have 24,
Yeah.
basically 8 golds.
And you have enough actions to go Bandit Pilgrim Raise. And like, I'm assuming these other 5 cards also do stuff. But yeah, even if they were all blanks, this is a
Yeah. Yeah,
guaranteed
it should be
win
a win.
if he spots it. Some more draw cards.
Yeah, it's even more trivial because you can play the Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bandit here. Then Pilgrim. Top deck something, whatever. Yeah.
well
Yep, yep,
played. So
yep.
that makes
Nice. That's match points.
3-1 up. Gee, interesting.
Yeah. So Koji needs either a win or a tie in the next 3 games. All right.
Yeah.
It was an interesting game though. I didn't think it was gonna be this.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't a money kingdom in the end,
No.
was it? What term was that? That was
Turn like 15, 16 something.
13, 14.
All right. What do we have here? We have Procession pickaxe for trashing for the market square. There's draw and swashbuckler Royal Galley's a village. It's also the only village it seems.
There's Procession Village, but
Right.
yes,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
the awkward. You can, I
Hmm.
mean, there is a good succession from 3s to 4s to 5s. I mean, processing leprechauns might be good down the track.
Gain 2 wishes. Yeah.
What's tea house is going to activate sickness. I think you probably can end up getting tea houses here.
Mm. It's pretty good with Galley. So how do you
Yeah,
open
that's a
both
good village.
players on a 3-4?
Is pickaxe your only trashing? Yes.
Yeah,
So
for
you want to hit
non-action
5, don't
cards.
you? So
Yeah, it's
maybe
probably
poach a silver.
silver. Do you want ironworks? I guess you want a bunch of the 4s and 3s.
Yeah, but I think probably silver poacher and then add the ironworks the next shuffle.
Just try to like maximize the also hitting
Because
5
you
here.
really want to hit pickaxe, don't you? To start getting thin.
I mean, pickaxe is not that good to trash your starting cards. Wonder if you can take the risk of delaying it by a shuffle. But no, both players opting for poacher silver. And there's the 5 for Agoo. Kojii, not quite, but very likely to hit 5 unless he exactly bottom decks silver, which he does not. I guess pickaxe is kind of nice for your overburn estate. Yeah, both players so far doing the same, except Agoo has a market square and Kojii has an ironworks. So Agoo attempting to collide pickaxe with market square.
Both went with the poacher. Yep.
Yeah, indeed. I think I do prefer ironworks over market square. Not sure if Agoo actually had the option of doing that. No, I just hit 3.
They just had 3.
Yeah,
So
indeed.
market square makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. And maybe, is it too early for Galley? You can add a galley and a tea house here if you want. Next
Or
turn you also
Galley
have.
swash or another pickaxe. They went with the tea house. Yep, they've both gone tea house now.
Yeah, and first
So
ironworks here
sickness will
for agoo.
activate.
Oh yeah. Hitting 5 here, fortunately. Swashbuckler here. I don't think I like Swashbuckler yet. I think I'd rather get some more galleys first to be able to have this Swashbuckler be non-terminal. So Go also doesn't have processing yet. Maybe this is the processing turn. No. Galley. Alright, that's fair. Also pile here, maybe.
I guess you do have the one necro, so it's not.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And the I'm surprised that they didn't ironworks first there. Don't they want the coffer?
I mean, if you ironwork and then Swashbuckler, I guess you can take an action card to be able to do that. No, but then, no, if you ironworks and then Swashbuckler, you can't. You're out of actions, right? Oh no.
What if you gain an action with ironworks?
Hmm.
Surely ironworks is gaining actions anyway. Yeah, they gained a royal galley.
Well, I guess they didn't have the Swashbuckler in hand. No, they did have it in hand. I don't know.
They drew a
Seems
hovel,
better. Yeah.
so they
Yeah.
could have.
Yeah, I know. Seems better.
Interesting, swashy rather than like Galley Market Square or something.
So no loots or golds having been gained as of yet.
Yeah, I think you probably thin first and then.
Yeah, but also haven't been able to collide Big X with Mark Square yet. Oh, there we go.
Maybe they gain a gold here.
So yeah, but Kojii already on 5 galleys. Probably gonna take a 6th one here. Oh, they don't want a galley. I think, yeah, because galley seems pretty important. I guess you can maybe
Yeah, they're going to do it this way, so now they
teleport
can
to.
use the galley.
They can get some processions here.
Is it loot time? Looks like it, maybe.
Yeah. If you don't loot, then you can. I guess you only have 2
Might be worth
buys.
still thinning down.
Yeah, I mean you only have 2 buys anyway,
Yeah.
so might as well. I think I like getting rid of the silver here. Grab a loot, get some more money and buy. I guess you don't have that many good possession targets. I mean, poacher, I guess, but other than that, maybe it's time to add leprechaun here.
Yeah, probably close. I think you still want a bit more reliability, but they are just about at deck drawing. So maybe next turn.
I think Cody is ahead due to having these galleys be online. Because it's 5-3 currently. Go starting his turn with 0 galleys in play.
Yeah, sickness
Yeah, I guess, but I'm
is
not
going to make.
too worried about sickness if you have enough galleys. Because you might need a bit more swashbucklers then.
What's on the galleys at the minute for Kojii?
Currently, poacher and
Poacher
market
and
square.
Market Square.
Oh, and yeah. So it's now. Yeah, I like the double Roy Galley buy actually by Kojii. So now you have 7,
Yeah,
and
that
Agoo only has
no
3.
shots.
Like, this can be pretty tough for Agoo. Oh, Agoo also. I
I
don't
think they
think I
drew it
like.
dead.
Yeah, I don't think I like playing something on
Oh
the
no,
Royal
they
Galley
didn't.
that last
Yeah,
one. 'Cause
I don't
now
know
they
whether they
have.
should have royal the necro,
Yeah, maybe, or just.
especially given
Um,
that lack of village situation. Then they could have continued the turn.
yeah. Yeah, it's.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
the match, isn't it?
yeah, it is a match. All right. So Kojii wins 4-1.
Well
Well,
done to
Agoo
Kojii.
took the first game, came back with a
That's impressive
vengeance.
because Agoo is a
It's a 4-0.
very highly rated player.
Yeah, and Agoo also had
So
the higher seed. So yeah. All right. Well, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, derpa, for joining me on this commentary.
thank
Thank
you for
everyone
commenting.
for who was here live to see the spectacle. Thank you for watching this video, and that's going to be it. Goodbye.
Bye.